and Jeroen Beersma, so I'm Jeroen's father. We are here because we want to have more games for Jeroen to be able to play. And as you can see, Jeroen is sitting in a wheelchair, and that is due to the fact that he had shortage of oxygen at birth. He has a headstand in his wheelchair that is normally used to support his head, but in this case there are two switches built in, and therefore he can press against a spring, which is a rather stiff spring. He uses already for a long time to control some games like Free Cell and Patience and these kind of games. But they're all written in DOS, so with every new computer it's a lot of work to install everything and let it work again. And that's why I approached the Hanze Hogeschool to see whether there was a course where students need to train their capacities to program and whether they could do that in the benefit of Jeroen.
We are developing a game specifically for people with cerebral palsy, which means that they lack the muscular functions that normal people have. So we're developing a game that can be played with only 2 buttons, and these 2 buttons can be any button that they want, so it's completely customizable in that sense. We looked at the market and there is no game specifically designed for disabled people. Sure, there's games that have functions that cater to disabled gamers, but there's nothing specifically designed for these kind of people. So I think it's very important to do that.
I asked the people that I knew could be part of a cool team or a good working team to work on this project at the beginning of this school period. We decided to get together. We chose this case specifically because a lot of us want to work in serious games later on in life, and it will be like a huge experience to have in our portfolio and our CV, and we're doing it for a great cause, which is somebody that doesn't have access to the same type of games.
It is a very difficult task, and we are doing our best to make the game feel like everybody is invited to play it, like everybody can hop in, play, no matter how hard or how easy they want it to be. We have different difficulties for that.
The game is about sort of a space traveler or astronaut who gets stuck on the surface of a planet after his ship crashes and breaks. So you need to go and sort of scavenge all these different components to rebuild your ship by navigating throughout the planet's different traps and tricks that it'll throw at you. Our game's mostly about trying to make, timed jumps in order to get through platforms and solve puzzles in the game world.
Art-wise, this project has been really challenging, especially because we have to take into account a bunch of different aspects. For this condition in particular, the majority of the patients have colorblind issues, and art-wise, we have to take into account those things. So for me, it has been really different from where I'm used to working. Gaming in general can make such a huge impact in today's society if it's used correctly, and I think this project is the perfect opportunity for it.
In the world of handicapped people, there's also a huge span of intelligence. So people like Jeroen who are severely motor handicapped are usually also not interested in difficult games. And Jeroen is an exception. The combination of severity of motor problems and intelligence is not seen so frequently, so the market will not be big. So that is an issue too, otherwise there would have been a lot already available in the world.
It's a way to integrate people with this condition into society. They can feel a sense of belonging because we're going to incorporate some aspects to it like co-op playing and stuff like that. So yeah, we're all really passionate about this project.
We actually think this one can make a difference in the world, starting a new trend of making games for disabled people. And also we met with the main client and he seems like a very nice guy, and it's just a shame that he was born with this disability, so we want to make a game that he can play and he can have fun with. And secondly, we want to cater to the other people with disabilities so they can also have fun.
Honestly, that's as much as I care about, is providing a great, rich experience for someone who, because of their disability, may not have those experiences that the rest of us are afforded all the time.
No matter how unlucky you were in life, you can still feel the joy of a video game, no matter if it is by yourself or with family members or anything else.